So I went ahead and rented a puller and an installer for our dampener, our harmonic balancer here, and I inspected it really good, and it looks like the balancer is still in good shape. This is a factory original one, and we're going to go ahead and use that and put it back on there. The rubber inside still looks good, and yeah, so we're not going to replace that. These things are very expensive, especially if you find one that's an OEM factory original style. So I figured, since I have the engine torn down like it is and I want to replace the front and the rear seals, I went ahead and got me a timing chain kit, one of the double roller jobs. I don't even know if the double roller will fit in here, to be honest with you. If it doesn't, we'll have to get the single roller, but hopefully the double roller will work. And the reason I say that is I don't know if this cover is deep enough for the double roller chain. So let's go ahead and take this cover off and see what we got behind here and what's going on. And it does have a double roller timing chain on it, and the timing chain is in very, very good condition. I don't think I'm going to replace it. I think I'm going to leave it exactly where it's at. So that's actually good. We can go ahead and take our timing chain back. We don't need to replace it. I do want to replace all the gaskets though. You can see how brittle and old these gaskets are. I'll clean all that up and we'll get that done. I don't think the seal needs to be replaced. It looks like the seal is still in good condition on this. So that's awesome. But as far as the timing chain goes, that's a good deal right there. It does have the original double roller chain. I think this has been replaced. I don't think that's original, but it is a double roller, which really makes it good. So yeah, that's nice to know. So besides that, what I've been doing, I've been going ahead and starting to paint all the engine components, and you can see right here is our intake manifold. Came out really nice. I had our buddy Steve sandblast it. Went ahead and painted the water inlet black. I replaced the thermostat 180 degrees, and we got our valve covers painted, and also our oil pan. So we're moving right along and getting her done, guys. putting our engine back together. I got the bottom already done. And of course we got our timing cover back on. We got our bottom pulleys. I went ahead and got brand new motor mounts. I got the oil filter on, of course. So what I got to do now is I got to go ahead and clean the gasket areas. I want to get all that nasty stuff off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and use a Scotch-Brite Rolo-Lock pad. Now this is a very soft one. I actually got a coarser one, but we're going to try the softer one first. It really doesn't have a lot of action going on there, but I still want to clean it up to make sure that it's a nice airtight fit. So it doesn't seem like the green one's doing any good. Let me go get a red one and see what that does. We got a lot of grease and oil here. Maybe I ought to go ahead and clean that off first instead of saturating and ruining my $3.50 pads. Yeah, if you don't buy these things by the box, they charge you $3.50 for a Rolo-Lock pad. I think that's outrageous if you ask me, if you want my opinion. But that's life, I guess. So. Wow, that looks really good. Then we'll go ahead and repeat our process here. And all I'm using on this is carburetor cleaner. So yeah, we're just using carb cleaner on it. And I still got to get the valve covers. The valve cover gaskets are going. So look at that right there. And the only reason I'm doing this is to get that grease and sludge off of it. Now, you saw me using a vacuum on it earlier, and the reason I was using a vacuum is because there was a bunch of these carbon deposits inside it. Let me show you what we're talking about. Here's one right here. So there was a bunch of this stuff laying down inside there, and then when I took the intake manifold off, of course, a bunch of it fell off the bottom. So what I was doing is vacuuming that out, which I see there's some more in there, so let me get my vacuum. Just want to get all that out of there. I don't want anything clogging up anything or doing anything destructive to our engine. Yeah, these things really work great for doing this type of job. I got to go ahead and flip the engine over. I want to clean the surfaces where the valve cover gaskets go. We're going to go ahead and install the intake manifold, get the valve cover gaskets on, get all that done. Let me get to work on the 1966 four-door sport sedan, number matching, sleeper hot rod. Over here at my friend Pete's, your friend Pete's, everybody friend Pete, Southwest Riding Custom. What a find this thing was, you know, what a find. I know there's going to be haters out there that are going to say, oh, it's a four-door, so what, who cares? Well, that's because you don't know your head from your ass, and basically you're talking out your left fucking ear. We got the high volume water pump, we got the one wire alternator. I went ahead and replaced the pump on the power steering. Boy, what a job that was. Just getting that pulley off and putting it back on was a nightmare. If that doesn't work, I'm going to buy a whole brand new pump. So we got that all on there, and then we went ahead and put our exhaust manifolds on. I just got done welding this up. This was actually just real loose and sloppy in there, so I went ahead and made this bracket that'll bolt and it'll hold it in there nice and tight. I went ahead and bought this on eBay. If you remember correctly, it was cracked all the way around right here. This is not the exact manifold, but it is a 327 manifold, but it's off a pickup truck. Now, what's different is it's got all this stuff right here on it, but other than that, it's the same manifold, and for 65 bucks versus $475, yeah, I think I'll go with that. Like I said, this is kind of a budget build. It's a driver restoration. It's not a $100,000 restoration. This car will be driven, and it'll be a nice car. I'm going to go ahead and get an Eldebrock 650 for it, and then I'm going to go ahead and get an electronic distributor. It will not be an HEI. It'll just be a pointless distributor. You still have to use a coil on it, and we'll go from there. I'm going to get a brand new coil too. Here is our VIN numbers that are stamped into the engine to verify that that is a factory number matching engine. And yeah, very happy about this, guys. Very, very happy. For all you people that don't like four-door hardtop cars and all you got to say is it's just a four-door, that's what I got to say to you. Fuck off. You don't need to watch these videos because they're stupid. They're stupid, they're ignorant, and I'm a dumbass. Because I'm restoring a four-door sports sedan hardtop 1966 Chevelle that there's only 875 registered, and this was a special order. We don't even know how many of these there were with the 327, the 12-bolt posi rear end, and all the other shit. So, yeah, go look at something else, watch something else, go to your porno channels because you're living in the basement and you're being a dipshit and you're just on YouTube to make shitty comments. Fuck off. We'll see you later. What we're doing, we're replacing the bushings on our 1966 Chevelle. Let me get this other one out and we'll go take a look at all that and see what we got. These are our control arms. We got to replace everything. We're going to replace the bushings, ball joints, tie rod ends, pretty much everything there is to replace. Okay, we got them out. We got to get our new bushings. We'll put them back in. Let's go look at the car. Let's see what's going on. So I got a complete suspension rebuild kit here. It's got everything, tie rod ends, bushings, bumpers, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, it's got the sway bar link kits. And then of course I got brand new shocks. I got 2-inch drop springs. You can see that here's the original spring. And there's the 2-inch drop spring. I hope this is going to work with those. I don't want it too low. We got a bunch of other stuff going on. This is a body kit. We got to replace the bushings on the body. So that's what that's for. This is our power steering gearbox. We're going to put a brand new gearbox on it because I believe this one here is probably leaking. I don't know if this was leaking, the power steering pump, the line, so I decided, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just replace it all. And then as far as the brakes go, we're going to leave it drum brakes. I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars putting disc brakes on it. That's not going to happen. We got brand new brake lines, brand new brake system shoes and all the hardware and everything else. So I got the top one I'm working on now, and then the bottom one we'll do next. We got a press in ball joint there on the bottom, so I'm hoping that we can get all that back together. I might have to go to O'Reilly's and see about renting the tool to do that. But that's where we're at right now. I'm going to try to finish this job up today. I started early this morning, and we're almost done with one side. We had to put it all back together, of course, and then we'll do this side. This is a major job. Here's a good example of why we're replacing it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but all of the rubber on the bushing and the insulation, it's completely gone. You can see that right there, so yeah. Not good, guys. And then stupid ass me, my friend Pete, I actually had the brakes backwards on the rear. It didn't even dawn on me until I was doing the 71 Chevelle. But if you notice, the brake pad is smaller. Okay, they got two different size brake pads. Well, the small one goes in the front. And if you don't put the small one in the front, you can jam your brakes up and they'll just fuck up, total up, and be shithole. So my friend Pete, with the luck that I have, I'm glad I don't go to Las Vegas and gamble because I would lose. I had it backwards. I had the small one in the back and the big one in the front. So yeah, just great. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the drums on the back. $75 each, guys. 75 bucks each for those. One of the drums is screwed up. It's the other one over there that is not really worthy to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace those. So that's $150 for two drums plus taxes. And I'm hoping on the front, I'll be able to just turn those and use them. If not, there's another $150 in brake drums. I went ahead and ordered the two brand new wire harnesses for the front, which includes the engine harness and then the front headlight harness. And at the same time, I went ahead and ordered the wire harness that goes to the back of the vehicle for the tail lights and all the back section of the car. I figured, well, I might as well go ahead and replace that because I want everything to be working properly. So hopefully we don't have to replace the dash harness because that'll really suck. That'll really suck. And we'll go ahead and take this tool right here and we'll knock out the pins. There we go. Alright, so now that we got the ball joint out, we can go ahead and install the new one. This is how you're going to get your new one. You're going to get a bolt on and it's going to slip right in there. The holes should line up perfect. You should go ahead and get your hardware with it as well. Go up through the bottom, just like so. Then we got a nut and a washer going to go on the top here. And then if you're lucky, you go ahead and get the bolts that are actually American instead of metric. And then we'll go ahead and install those one at a time using our air rack. So you don't want to forget your grease zerk, and go ahead and just use a pair of vice grips because that's probably fucking metric too. Vice grips are universal at least. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and attempt to put in our bushings, and this is where it gets a little tricky to do this. So I got my two small bushings here, and for some reason we got a fucked up deal right there. Look at that. Look where I hit that with my fucking chisel. Motherfucker. Right off the bat. So now I got to go find a socket that fits this outer rim right here. Okay, I went ahead and found a socket that fits the lip of that. Before I put this in though, I want to take a little bit of grease and go around it. This is where it gets a little tricky when you're by yourself. Because you don't have anybody to help hold everything in place. So you got to kind of work by yourself. This ain't gonna work, guys. This is not gonna work because we're gonna have to get May's body shop girl out here to help us. Let me try it by myself one more time. Get it to catch on that lip right there. Right there. I think we can do this. Just need to keep going. Gonna open it up a little bit. Almost. I think I got it. Not yet. Hang on. Okay, we're almost there. And there we go. Right there. That's it. Okay, so now that that's on, we got to put our bar back through here. But before we do that, I want to loop that bar up. And I'm dropping everything I fucking got, pissing me off. Shit, what a mess, huh? What a fucking mess. I'm all clogged up here. I feel claustrophobic. Working like this, it's bullshit. But you gotta do it. So we're gonna take our bar, and then we're gonna slide that inside. Fucker. Oh, come on. Come on, fucking bitch. And that doesn't even fit in there. You are fucking shitting me, motherfucker. You are fucking shitting me. You know what the problem is? Well, we see what the problem is. The fucking sleeve. The fucking sleeve is stuck on here. This is what happens when you work on rotted, rusted shit. So, very carefully, we're going to get that sleeve off there. So we'll slide it on there. There it is, right there. Okay. So when you're working on rusted out cars and shit that's been sitting around for 90 years, this is the kind of action that you deal with. I guess I should have went ahead and wore my gloves. Wasn't really thinking about that, were we? Not in a fucking job like this. Okay. Now we can go ahead and try to finish this out. So we're going to take a little bit of grease so it doesn't lock up like we just saw. Stick some inside here on this bushing. Now it should slide in. Thank you. Damn it! Fucking bitch! Fuck, man! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Fucker! Bitch! Fuck! Okay, we had to come over here to this vise because that other vise is fucked up for doing this. And it's a fucked up deal. Should be going on. Yes, it is. Fuck, bitch! We're almost there. And I think it's on. Okay, so we got our upper control arm put back together, and Now I can do the fucking bottom one. Now I can do that. Well, I'm taking the suspension apart on the 66 Chevelle. But anyway, lo and behold, I was doing the right-hand side of the car first, and I got everything done. I got to the lower control arm, and I went ahead and removed the old bushings. And of course, I installed a brand new ball joint. But I got in my kit that I purchased, which was not cheap, I got to tell you that right now. And I pulled out the bushings that were in the complete 100% kit, front and rear suspension. And you can see it comes with a lot of stuff, beautiful stuff. Here's tie rod ends, here's the other pressing ball joint, here's the other ball joint for the left side. And just on and on. Oh, here's our bushings for our upper control arm. And then we get to this bushing kit here, which is actually for the control arm on the lower end. This is the lower end control arm. Well, lo and behold, after much work and damage to the old ones because they were completely rotted in there, I went to replace the bushings that I bought in a specialty kit made specifically for this car. And the bushings that they sent are the wrong fucking bushings. You can see that the diameter of these bushings are no way whatsoever the same diameter of what I need. Actually, this one here looks like that's that one. That's that one right there. But then we come over here, okay, on this chess set, play set situation, as we're moving them around like chessmen on a chessboard, and we see that that one is about 1/3 the size of that one. Now, mind you, I bought these parts approximately a month and a half, 2 months ago. When I first got the kit in, I ordered 2 rear bushing kits, one for my car right here, and then another kit for the 71 Chevelle that we're restoring. When I opened the box to put the bushings into this vehicle right here, I saw that they didn't have any bushings at all in there, that I paid for rear bushings, and they didn't even give me any rear bushings. So I contacted them, and of course, oh, I'm sorry, oh, wowie wowie, gee wee 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 wah. And they went ahead and sent me the bushings for the rear ends of the vehicles that I paid for. And I had that car torn down in pieces, and I had to wait a week to get the fucking parts here to finish the fucker out because it was sitting on stands, millions of pieces, this, that, and the other, waiting around for them to send me the fucking parts. So I emailed these jackwagons and told them to go fuck themselves. I told them that they're full of shit, that they can take their fucking made in China bushing kit and stick it up their fucking ass. Do you think I'm gonna wait a week and a half for them to send me some more bushings? I emailed them and basically told them to go fuck off. I told them to stick it in their ass and that I will never buy parts from them again. And as far as I'm concerned, they're full of shit. And here's another angle about them. They don't have any phone numbers to call them. The only way you can get a hold of them is some fucking bullshit Gmail address. And they're supposed to be some big time online fucking place to buy your hot rod, muscle car restoration parts. They don't even talk to you on the phone. They don't really give a shit about, you know, this, that, or the other. And all you can do is email them. They emailed me back and said, well, if you send the parts back, we'll give you a full refund. I told them to go fuck off. Fuck you. So I got on the phone once I found out that they were wrong, and I called the local automotive store here, and I went ahead and ordered some from them. They'll be here tomorrow so I can finish this job out on a Saturday. I wanted to do it today. But it looks like Saturday is going to be the day. Now, I didn't want to work Saturday. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to come over here, sweat my ass off, fucking around in 120-degree weather, doing this. I started real early this morning. I wanted to work and get it done. And then that happens right there. So while we're on the subject of online purchasing and social media fuck off, let's go ahead and talk about this situation. If we look at this rolling chassis here, you can see that I've basically completely restored it all brand new. And you can also see here's a vent line right here that comes down. That's for our vapor canister. And then over here we got a return line. That's a 1/4-inch return line. It goes all the way down through the frame. Our vapor canister comes down here and all the way down. And you can see that it's professionally installed. It's got the spring works on it and beautiful clamps. But let me go ahead and tell you the story about this. There's a company called Inline Tubing, and I got on the internet in explicit detail. I was at my computer for a fucking hour or more, ordering the brake lines that we needed with the vapor canister line and the return 1/4-inch fuel line and all this other shit. Well, here's a good example. You can see these brake lines here I made, because what they did is they sent brake lines for disc brakes when I specifically said it was for drum brakes. On the fuel line setup, I ordered a return line 1/4-inch and 3/8 fuel line. They sent me 2 3/8 fuel lines. They didn't send the 1/4-inch. They never did send the vapor canister line at all. I had to make that. And then I contact them about the other 3/8 fuel line that they sent and all the miscellaneous bullshit brake lines that they sent us that we didn't need. And I said, I want to go ahead and return those. You know what they told me? You know what these guys told me? They said, you're going to have to pay for the return. And before we take any returns, you're going to have to send us 5 detailed pictures of the parts you want to return. So we just get done paying $1,000 for brake lines and shipping. They send us the wrong shit, and then they want me to pay for the shipping back on a 5-foot box. It's a 5-foot tall box, because what they do is they take that brake line and they bend it in half. So it's a 5-foot box with one brake line in it, and then it's had miscellaneous brake lines, and they want me to pay for the shipping. I went down to find out how much the shipping was. It was $162 to ship that fucking box back to them. On their fuck up, not mine. So the owner decided to take a loss and said, don't even send it. Just throw it in the trash, keep it, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Let's just move forward. So this is how these companies get away with sticking it in your fucking ass. What these type of companies do, they have you order the parts, and whether it's their fault, your fault, whoever's fucking fault it is, they give you these bullshit excuses of what you have to do and how you got to do it to send it back, and you ain't going to go through all that crap. You're not going to do that. Of course you're not. Because all you want to do is get your car done. So they know that you are going to keep the part, and they get to keep your money. Ain't that fucking great? So this is just a warning as far as buying parts from this company here. All right? You better watch your back. These people, they suck. They're total trash. They won't even talk to you on the phone. They're ignorant. And they are just way out of whack. This happened twice to me. Twice. From one order. One order, double time. Here's some more of those bushings that we aren't gonna fucking use. And I definitely ain't going to send that shit back and me pay for the shipping back so I can get a refund of probably less than what the fucking shipping costs. So when you are restoring your old classic antique car, beware. Not just of companies selling parts, but of parts that you purchase. 99.9% of this junk that you get to restore your car is made in China. It's not even made in America anymore. There ain't no labels on it, there's nothing on it but a part in a fucking plastic bag. And that's what you get. Come here, man. Come on over here. What's your opinion on this story? Huh?
I don't even know what's going on.
We're talking about shitty service online, getting parts, paying big dollar for stuff, and not getting the parts that you paid for and getting screwed around.
Well, when I buy the part, I make sure we can return it for free, so.
You don't buy parts for hot rods.
I know, but when I
Okay.
buy something for my
Yeah,
car,
you don't do that.
I make sure it gets
Yeah.
returned for
Okay,
free.
Amazon girl. Look, guys, we're hot rodders. We're custom car builders. We're hobby guys. And when we do something, we want it to be right. When we come out into the shop or our garage and start working on the car, we don't want fucking problems. We don't want situations where we got to stop in the middle of the job when we're excited to get it done and then this bullshit happens. Take it from my friend Pete. Shop around. Do your P's and Q's. And watch out for assholes like this, right here.